Now, many of you probably viewed the press conference that had Sister Sadia and Brother Derek speaking about the judge by the name of Michael McSpadden. That's here in Harris County Court number 209. I'm going to read to you why they were out there. And this is the main reason why we have black men in jail for longer times. Black men get held with no bail and all of the things that happen to black men. Because it doesn't make sense if black people as a whole were arrested about 26% of the arrests of normally, but yet they're more than 50% of the prison population, and yet the group who was arrested for more than 70% of the crimes, according to the FBI, but yet they're underneath 50% of the prison population. It doesn't make sense. But guys like this one is the reason why black incarceration is so high, whether it's in Harris County or wherever else here in the United States of America. So he had posted a letter to the Houston Chronicle, and I'm going to read it, and I'll leave the link in the description box, and you can see this. Now, it says, and I'm going to read to the part where it's important. The judge himself wrote, "I also told the reporter that over the 36 years I've been on the bench, the defendants," he said, "all races, attitudes have changed. Most no longer have any respect for the rule of law." I added, "in the case of a young black defendant who are disproportionately represented in our system, they are not receiving good advice from their parents, as did my generation, to cooperate with law enforcement at all times and respect the laws. They are advised by ragtag groups like Black Lives Matter to have utter contempt for our judicial system." Let me tell you something. Black Lives Matter was nowhere in existence when these police was planting drugs on black men and saying they had drugs, planting dirty guns on black men, going up to drug dealers and taking their money and taking their drugs, or making the drug dealers pay them a tax within the black communities. And that makes more contempt, of course. The police was molesting women, raping women in the black communities. What's way before Black Lives Matter showed up. And the only reason you're saying something about it now is because of the cell phone camera that's catching you do things. So now the world can see what we've been talking about for a very, very long time. Black Lives Matter has nothing to do with that. Not only that, this system and the police themselves are constantly exposing themselves as those who are being brutes, who don't follow the Constitution and don't follow the laws. And people like this judge is the one that's backing them up. OK, so he said, "I think ragtag was too nice of a term to describe a group was built on the Ferguson lie of hands up, don't shoot." What do you want to call them? The N-word? Because you look like one that used the N-word a lot. Now, there he go, talking about Ferguson, Missouri. Ferguson, Missouri has nothing to do with Houston, Texas, or Harris County. Why are you even bringing that up? But let me continue to read. He says, "also encouraging everyone to resist police and insulting them with remarks like pigs in a blanket, among others." So what if they say that? So what? Resist them. Why? Why would they resist them? If they treat them with respect, if they're doing the right thing, there's nothing to resist. But when you're getting your head bashed in, when you're getting tased, it's like a natural reaction to defend against that. The same. So the thing is with this guy, if you listen to this, he is a Fox News viewer. This is Fox News talking points. And I've told you guys so many times, Fox News is the most dangerous propaganda on the television. They should have the FCC license removed because they sit up there, they lie, they mislead people. And you have idiots like this judge who's been on the bench for, he say, 36 years. How many black men, how many black families have this judge have ruined right here in Harris County and in Houston, Texas? How many? How many has he railroaded? How many has he messed up their life with letting them go to jail, can't get jobs, etc.? How many? This is white supremacist terrorism we talking about. These terrorists on in every level. Judges, police, district attorneys, they're all terrorists. They work together to harm the black man and black woman and also other non-white people as well. See, this so-called criminal justice system is based on race completely. Now, they say our citizens, he said, will be shocked to know the percentages of defendants on bonds, pretrial, or surety who are accused of another crime while on bond or who do not show up for the court date. For those of you who read my quotes completely out of context and responded, unfortunately, in a predictable manner, you need to realize the word racist has lost all meaning since it's used to describe anyone whom you don't agree. What I said was true, whether you like it or not. He doubled down on what he had to say. This is the age of Trump. Now, I do thank Mr. Trump. I thank him for being in the position that he's in right now to open the eyes of black people and also other non-white groups to let you know these white supremacist terrorists are everywhere. And he exposed himself. These terrorists feel, oh, I can finally say it now. Oh, like that Caucasian female in that video that lost her job, that was she called the neighbor's son's girlfriend the N-word. She said, oh, yes, I finally said it. And that's how they feeling right now, these terrorists. They feel it comfortable. Keep being comfortable. Keep saying it. Thank you. Out yourself. We appreciate that. Now, this is what I say to people here in Harris County. Julius Malema said yesterday when I watched the live stream with him when he was speaking to the EFF, he said that every person in the EFF better be registered to vote. And he said, check the rolls, check the membership. And anybody not registered to vote, you're being out of the EFF today. He said, what good are you if you can't vote and you here in the EFF? And I agree with that 100%. What good are you to Harris County or anywhere else as you live if you're not registered to vote? If they can't get him removed in November, he will come up for re-election. Get that white supremacist terrorist out off the bench. They're ruining lives. He's doubled down. He exposed himself in the article of the Houston Chronicle. What more do you want, residents of Harris County, black residents, or anybody else? Register to vote. Come out in November, vote, and get him out. Your local elections and your state elections are more important than your presidential elections. And you should participate in all of them, actually. But get out there and get registered to vote. And any black folks talking about, man, voting don't count. See, you're the problem. And we don't need to deal with you. But people who got sense, this guy needs to go. You need to register to vote. Get him out. He's in court number 209. Please be careful with that. And if you have to go to court 209 for any reason, make sure, and what Sister Sadia told me, make sure that you ask for that court to be changed, because obviously he has an inherent bias toward black people. He got it in print. It's in the media now. So that's going to help you get your case away from that white supremacist terrorist, because he say everything they say on Fox News. He say everything that the alt-right say right here. He said it. Thank you, Judge McSpadden, for exposing yourself. Now you know what to do. The information is in your hands. You need to register to vote. Get him out and vote in some good brothers and sisters who fights for the community to replace him, because as you heard Sister Sadia and them say, that some of them are starting to be bothered by all these black judges starting to show up in Harris County. You need to see more of that. Black and brown people outnumber Caucasians in this area now. So make sure the change start happening politically so we can kind of equalize things. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Get this judge out of office. He's a terrorist. He has destroyed the lives of many black people, and it's on us to fix it.